Look, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy. Hell, I think I'm crazy, but I gotta tell someone what happened. And the cops sure as hell won't listen. So here it is, the whole messed up truth about Ashmont Village and why I'll never fly a drone again. My name's Jake, and I run a YouTube channel called Forgotten America. Basically, I fly drones over abandoned places and post the footage. Ghost towns, old asylums, that kind of thing. Gets decent views, pays the bills, and I don't have to deal with a real job. Sweet deal, right? Wrong. 3 weeks ago, I got a DM from some anonymous account. No profile pic. Username was just random numbers. The message said, "You want real content? Check out Ashmont Village in northern Maine. Nobody goes there. Nobody talks about it. But it's got secrets worth finding." I almost deleted it. I get weird messages all the time from trolls and creeps. But something about it bugged me. I looked up Ashmont Village, nothing. I mean literally nothing. No Wikipedia page. No historical records. Not even a mention on some random forum. For an urban explorer, that's like finding buried treasure. An actually unknown abandoned place. That's the holy grail, man. I dug deeper. Found one single reference in an old newspaper archive from 1987. Just one line. Ashmont Village. Evacuation complete. Location sealed by state order. That was it. No explanation, no follow-up. Articles. Nothing. I was hooked. The drive up to northern Maine took forever. My GPS kept glitching the closer I got, like the signal couldn't decide where I was. I had to use an actual paper map I bought at a gas station. Who even uses those anymore? Right? I found Ashmont just before sunset. And man, when I say this place looked wrong, I mean it looked wrong. The village sat in this valley surrounded by thick woods. Maybe 30 buildings, total houses, a church. What looked like a general store. Everything was perfectly intact. No broken windows, no graffiti, no signs of decay. It looked like everyone just got up one day and left, leaving everything behind. But it was the silence that got me first. No birds, no insects, no wind in the trees. Just this thick, heavy quiet that made my ears ring. I set up my drone in the clearing just outside the village. It was a top-of-the-line DJI Phantom 4, equipped with 4K camera, night vision, the works. Cost me $3,000, but it was worth it for shots like this. I powered it up and sent it over the village as the sun started setting. The footage was incredible. Perfectly preserved streets, houses with curtains still in the windows, a playground with swings that didn't even look rusty. It was eerie as hell, and I knew this video was gonna blow up. Then, at exactly 7:47 p.m., the drone caught something, movement, inside one of the houses. I rewound the footage on my controller screen. There in the second floor window of a blue house near the church, a shadow moved across the window. Quick, but definitely there. My heart started hammering. Could be an animal, I told myself. Raccoon or something, but animals don't move like that. Whatever it was moved purposefully, like it was walking upright. I should have packed up right then. Should have gotten in my car and driven straight home. But you know what I did instead? I flew the drone closer. The blue house looked normal from the outside. White trim, little porch, flower pots still sitting by the door. I maneuvered the drone up to the second floor window. The room inside was a kid's bedroom. Toys on the floor, posters on the walls, bed made neatly, and standing in the corner, facing the wall, was a figure. I couldn't see it clearly, the light was fading fast, but it was definitely human-shaped, just standing there, completely still. "Hello?" I called out like an idiot, like it could hear me. The figure's head turned, not its body, just its head. It rotated slowly, impossibly far, until it was facing backward toward the window, toward my drone. I couldn't see a face. Where the face should have been was just this dark, blurry mass. like the camera couldn't focus on it. Then it smiled. I know that sounds insane. I couldn't see a face, but I could see it smile. This wide, too wide grin that stretched across that blurry darkness. My hands were shaking so bad, I almost dropped the controller. I yanked the joystick, pulling the drone back, and that's when things got really messed up. The drone's feet started glitching. The screen filled with static, then cleared, but it wasn't showing the outside of the house anymore. It was showing inside the house, inside the bedroom, but I hadn't flown the drone through the window. It was still outside. I could see it on my tracking display. On the screen, the figure was walking toward the camera, toward my drone. Its movements were wrong, jerky, like a video game character glitching through walls. 1 second it was across the room. The next it was right there, reaching out. The feed cut to black. When it came back, my drone was flying through the village streets, but I wasn't controlling it anymore. I mashed every button on the controller. Emergency stop, return to home, manual override, nothing worked. The drone just kept flying, weaving between houses, going deeper into the village. Come on, come on, come on, I muttered, frantically trying to regain control. The drone flew past the church, past the general store, toward the center of the village where a small town square sat. In the middle of the square was a well, old stone, covered with a rusty metal grate. The drone descended toward the well. No, 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 I was yelling now, jabbing at the controller. The drone dropped down, slipping through the gaps in the grate, into the darkness of the well. The feed showed nothing but black for a few seconds. Then, slowly, shapes emerged. The night vision kicked in, painting everything in that eerie green glow. I wish it hadn't. The well didn't have water. It had bodies. Dozens of them, maybe hundreds, all stacked on top of each other, twisted and broken. Some of them old and decayed, others looking fresh. Their eyes were all open, all staring up at my drone. At me. I dropped the controller. It hit the ground and the screen cracked, but the video kept playing. The drone rotated slowly, showing me every horrible detail. There were families down there, parents holding children, old people, teenagers, all of them with their eyes open and their mouths frozen in silent screams. Then one of them moved, a woman near the top of the pile. Her head turned, the bones in her neck crackling. She looked directly at the camera and mouthed two words, "Help us." I grabbed the controller and hit the power button. Once, twice, 3 times. The screen finally went black. I was breathing so hard I thought I was gonna pass out. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I looked up at the village, at that peaceful little collection of houses sitting in the valley. Every single light was on now. Every house, every building, the church, all of them glowing like it was the middle of the day, even though the sun had completely set. And in every window, there was a figure standing watching, all of them facing my direction. I didn't pack up my equipment. I didn't try to retrieve my drone. I ran to my car, jumped in and floored it out of there. The tires spun on the dirt road, kicking up rocks, and I didn't look back. When I got home 6 hours later, I locked every door and window. I kept all the lights on. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those bodies in the well, those figures in the windows. I told myself it was done. I'd lost a $3,000 drone, but I was alive, and I was never going back. But here's the thing that's been eating at me, the thing that made me finally write this all down. 2 days after I got back, I checked my YouTube channel. There was a new video posted, title, Ashmont Village, live footage. I didn't post it. I didn't even recover the SD card from my drone. But there it was, 47 minutes of footage, posted at exactly 3:33 a.m. while I was asleep. The video showed my drone's journey into the village, the figure in the bedroom, the bodies in the well, everything I'd seen. But it kept going. After I'd powered off the controller, The drone kept recording. The footage showed it rising out of the well, flying through the village streets, getting closer and closer to my position outside the village. I watched myself on screen, standing there, frozen in fear, staring at the houses. The drone circled me once, twice, 3 times. Then it flew away, back toward the village, and the video ended. But that's not the worst part. In the comments section, there were hundreds of responses, all from accounts with no profile pictures, just random numbers for usernames, all posted at 3:33 a.m. Every single comment said the same thing: come back. We're waiting. We're all waiting. That was 2 weeks ago. I haven't posted any new videos. I deleted the Ashmont footage, but it keeps reappearing. I've reported it to YouTube 17 times. They say there's nothing they can do. The video isn't violating any policies. Last night, I woke up at 3:33 a.m. to a sound. A buzzing sound, like a drone. I looked out my window, and there it was. My Phantom 4, hovering outside my bedroom window, camera pointing at me. I live on the 4th floor. The drone stayed there for exactly 3 minutes, then flew away. I watched it disappear into the night sky, heading north, toward Maine. And here's the part that's got me really freaking out. This morning, I found something on my doorstep. A package, no return address, no shipping label. Inside was an SD card. I know I shouldn't look at it. I know whatever's on there is gonna be bad. But I also know I'm gonna look eventually, because that's how these things work, right? Curiosity killed the cat, and all that. So I'm writing this now, before I check the footage. If you're reading this and something's happened to me, you know why. You know what to look for. And for God's sake, if you ever get a message telling you about some abandoned place nobody knows about, delete it. Block the account. Don't do what I did, because some places are abandoned for a reason, and some things don't want to stay forgotten. UPDATE posted 3 hours later. I watched the SD card. I wish I hadn't. It's footage from my apartment, from inside my apartment, every room, while I was sleeping. The timestamp says it was recorded last night, between 3:33 and 4 a.m. But that's not possible. I was alone. I checked every room when I heard the drone. Nobody was here. The footage shows my bedroom, my kitchen, my bathroom, all shot from about 5 feet off the ground, moving smoothly through each space. In the final shot, the camera whatever was carrying it stands in my bedroom doorway, filming me sleeping. And in the corner of the room, standing in the shadows where the camera can barely pick it up, is a figure. The same figure from the blue house in Ashmont. It's been in my apartment. Maybe it's still here. The video ends with text appearing on screen. You saw us. Now we see you. Come back to Ashmont. Jake. Come back and join the village. Everyone stays in Ashmont. Everyone stays forever. My phone just buzzed. Another DM from a random number account. It's an address. My address. In a single sentence. We know where the drone operators live. The buzzing sound just started again. It's coming from outside my window. I think I need to go back to Ashmont. I don't think I have a choice anymore. If you're reading this and I don't post again, you know what happened. And please, whatever you do, don't go looking for me. Don't go to Ashmont Village. They're waiting there. They're always waiting. And once they see you, they never stop watching. Final update posted by Jake's roommate, Marcus. Jake's been missing for 5 days now. Police found his apartment empty. His car's gone. His laptop was open with this post still on the screen. They think he just took off. Maybe had a breakdown. But I know better. I found something they didn't. A piece of paper on his desk with coordinates and a date. The coordinates point to northern Maine. The date is today. I tried calling him. It went straight to voicemail, but an hour later, I got a text from his number. The village is beautiful this time of year. You should visit. Bring your drone. Attached was a photo. It showed Jake standing in a town square, surrounded by dozens of people, all of them smiling those two wide smiles, all of them staring at the camera. Jake was smiling too, but his eyes were screaming. I'm taking this post down tomorrow. I'm forgetting I ever read it, and I'm never, ever flying a drone again. If you're smart, you'll forget you read this too. Ashmont Village doesn't exist on any map, but trust me, it's real, and it's always looking for new residents.